In the top left side, we're looking at the main base of the man who has just dropped his first map of the tournament. But will he still win the best of 3? Kaizi Gaming's Reiner.
And down here in the bottom right-hand side of the map, busting out meme after meme after meme. He is representing Alpha X, the blue Protoss player, Astraea.
So it just truly depends on what Reiner sees and how committed Astraea is playing with this. I gotta say, that is a lot of adapts, man. For minute 5, Reiner has a lot of roaches on the way, but the roaches are not quite out yet. Is the runner-up of IM Katowice 2022 in some trouble here, Ravi?
Oh, one of the queens already got focus fire down. Another queen getting a bit lower on hit points. Zergling's not going to fare that well against Resident Enclaved adapts, and they do manage to shade on out, connecting with some of the reinforcements that just got warped in, but the roaches are here. Drones have not really fallen, but keep in mind that the worker counts are even right now. Astraea still needs to get something done, but this is the money shot there.
Yep, those drones are being transferred back into the natural, but 7 of them go down very quickly. Astraea does a recall.
And we're going to see the Overlords spotting out those 2 Immortals, spotting out how many of these Adepts have been reinforced with. And these shades are going to be a little bit scary just in terms of the fact that, yeah, a few of those Adepts could potentially threaten to finish. It doesn't need to be all of them, because even just that is still going to be able to force an entire mineral line off of mining right now at a critical moment when Astraea is ready to go for a big attack potentially. You just really don't know where this other man can go, what kind of things he's going to be doing to you. Disruptor shot, ooh, beautifully done actually over there. He still ends up losing the Disruptor, but picks off a lot of links because the Disruptor does not damage itself.
Yeah, but that was a great trade by Reiner, right? It's just a couple of Zerglings for one of these big, powerful key robo units. As Reiner has split up a couple of units and he's going to try to run into the natural. At the same time, he's going to try to make some magic happen at the 5th base of Astraea. But Astraea's got cannons here. The Banelings are connecting, but these Banelings did not have +2. Look at that one hero Zergling that was left behind, getting a couple of hits up. More Banelings rolling into the 3rd. And Reiner creating chaos here. He says, all right, now it's my time to find some damage. But Astraea still had that Prism, had a couple of Zealots in the top left side. But I think it's safe to say that that was an excellent attack by Reiner. Reiner found a lot of damage there, but there is still a pretty terrifying Protoss army to worry about. And without any hive-tech units, Reiner knows that this game is far from done.
Oh, gotta be very careful. The Disruptor's actually finding quite a few of those Banelings on one front, but there are still so many left over. They're running mostly around the Archon zone. The Archons actually managed to dispense with those Banelings pretty gosh darn quickly. Zealot counterattack on the other side of the map is able to once again disrupt the mining and a solid defense.
As good as that previous attack was for Reiner, this one was honestly a bit of a disaster. We had a battery overcharge for the entirety of the fight. The battery even survived. The Archons were soaking up a lot of Banelings, and we have Zealots finding a little bit of damage as well. But Hive is done, and I do think it's important for Astraea to now capitalize on the fact that he just had a phenomenal trade. There are more Banelings heading his way, and these Banelings will one-shot all of these probes. That's painful, but it's about the army. It's 82 army supply against 96. Astraea wants to make sure that he doesn't lose more probes, but no, that's the wrong angle for the probes. 28 workers have gone down. I think Astraea can still do it.
I absolutely think so as well. And I mean, a lot of those Banelings actually just went down because they were trying to do that counterattack. They ran straight into the Archons, the last unit that they really want to run into, and pretty much all of them ended up dying there. We're going to see another big attack coming into this location. The Banelings connecting with some of the probes. They're looking for some final connections. They're not quite going to be able to find too many more, but still, 8 workers disrupting things, actually literally killing a Disruptor as well, and forcing Astraea all the way this far back. And most of his Disruptors also getting pulled back as well.
Yep.
Reiner's just buying himself time, like you were saying.
Exactly. +3 melee is on the way. I think Adrenal Glands already finished up. I wouldn't hate to see a Viper or 2 from Reiner. I do really think it's time to get 1 or 2 Vipers, because if he's able to get rid of these Disruptors, then he's totally fine. Oh, probes stacking up. Banelings turn around. 19 additional workers go down. How many probes have gone down in this game? We're looking at 70 or something. 81 workers have gone down in this 15-minute game. But this right here is still a terrifying army, because Reiner does not have any Hive units other than Adrenal Gland Zerglings, and no matter how feisty and great these Zerglings are, that's too many Archons for Zerglings to fight.
Yeah, those Archons are going to be devastating. Even the Zealots are actually going to be pretty annoying for them to deal with. Disruptor going to be able to try and get a little bit extra damage on that picture, but here we go. Astraea pushing forward with all of these Archons. The Archons going to have a hard time with this kind of Roach Ravager army, though.
These Archons with +3, all they need is 1 or 2 hits on these Banelings, and Reyna's obviously losing a couple of expensive units. War Prism in a bit of trouble, and these Archons that were morphing here are also in trouble. Reyna gets all 3 of them. Astraea does blink forward, obviously with the Blink Stalkers he's got some micro potential. We need to address the Great Spire that's on the way. Broodlords would be absolutely fantastic as more probes go down. Reyna has killed over 100 probes, but there is still this army to take care of in the first place. But Astraea needs to realize it's kind of go time. He needs to go for it. Whether it's pretty or not, you cannot let a game drag out if you have 30 workers.
This is actually a straight-up kill move for Reyna if he can get to that stage.
Reyna just got one of the Disruptors there with his Ravagers. That is absolutely fantastic, but one Nova does connect with 1 or 2 Ravagers. Reyna loses another hatchery, but he's got some money. He's got a couple of Broodlords on the way. He's going to cancel one of the Morphing Broodlords there in a vulnerable spot, and he's got 4 Broodlords morphing in his main base. How high is the Stalker count? Because Archons are not great, but Stalkers with +3, they could absolutely blink forward and snipe those Broodlords.
They absolutely could. There's not actually that much anti-air here either. I wonder if we can even start dropping with the War Prism Archons on the Broodlords to try and just close the gap.
I don't hate it. I don't hate it, Ravi. Because how many queens are left? I see 1 queen on the production tab. We only have 2 queens remaining indeed. But now Astraea is aware of the fact that there are a couple of Broodlords out. And the Broodlords, I heard, they're very quick right now.
They are so quick, and they are actually able to do some great kiting as well. Disruptor, not too bad over there, but this is getting so awkward.
Vin Diesel, eat your heart out. Boys are coming.
This is becoming such a hectic game right now. The War Prism is keeping an eye out like an observer on the opponent's army. The Zerg army is going to have to deal with these Disruptors, though. Another 2 Disruptors have joined the fray. The Archons, remember, they can deal with the Broodlings very, very quickly, but there is still a bit of additional damage that happens every single time.
Novas, will they go off? Oh no, the Disruptors go down. The Novas don't quite connect, and that was obviously very painful, and I think now Astraea is going to be forced to take this fight off his rep. That was a good Nova. The Stalker count isn't high enough. He blinks forward. He gets one of the Broodlords, but that is not enough. GG. Reyna wins an absolutely fantastic Game 3 versus Astraea and improves to a 2-0 record here in Group B. What a series, man. That was actually super fun.